The youngest sentence in America history, spring 1944. Alcolu, South Carolina. A quiet mill town divided by train tracks, white families on one side, black families on the other. It was here that two little girls rode their bicycles looking for wildflowers and never came home. Two girls stopped by a wooden house. George was 14. He sits outside with his sister. One of the girl named Better asked George, "Do you know where we can find maypops?" George said they grow near the railroad tracks. That day was the last time anyone saw them alive. Hours later, their bodies were discovered in a ditch. Both had been brutally beaten. Within hours, suspicion turned to George Stinney Jr, a 14-year-old black boy who happened to be the last to speak to them. George was taken from his home. His parents were not allowed to follow. Alone, frightened, and just a child, he faced the power of an entire system stacked against him. Officer asked, "Tell us what you did to those girls." George was nervous and shaking. Said, "I don't do nothing. I was with my sister." The officer accused him wrongly and say it was him. No lawyer, no family, no witnesses. Hours later, police claimed George confessed. But there was no signed statement, no recording, just their word. The prosecutor said this boy murdered two innocent white children. He must pay the price. The trial lasted just one day. No defense was offered. No evidence was presented. The jury, 12 white men, deliberated for only 10 minutes. The judge made the last sentence by saying George is guilty, sentenced to death by electric chair. They placed a Bible on the seat to lift his body. The mask slipped from his tiny face. At just 14 years old, George Stinney Jr. became the youngest person executed in the United States in the 20th century. George was trembling, said, "I didn't do it." But he was killed by the electric chair. For 70 years, George carried the label of a killer. But in 2014, a South Carolina judge vacated his conviction, declaring his trial a grave injustice. No evidence ever tied him to the crime. George Stinney Jr. was innocent. But history can never return what was stolen, the life of a child.